gonna give you one chip. You can have corn chips right now. Give you one chip. And at the end, I'm gonna give you one chip. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that okay? Oh, it's okay with you that I have 5 and you have 1? Good. No, okay. You guys are so sweet. It really is probably okay with you because you're really nice. But is it fair? No, it's not fair. Okay, well now I have this little story here. One day, Jessica and Will came home from school and wanted a snack. Their mother had baked a pie earlier in the week and there was just enough left over for them to have a slice each. Let's have a piece of pie, suggested Will. I will get the pie, you get the milk. That sound fair? Yeah, okay. Will then sliced the pie into 2 pieces. One slice was much larger than the other, and Jessica poured the glasses of milk and set them on the table. Will brought the pie over and placed the small slice in front of Jessica and kept the larger slice for himself. Look what you've done, said Jessica. You gave me the small piece and you kept the big piece for yourself. Is that fair? No. And he said, well, what would you have done? Well, if I were serving the pie, said Jessica, I would have given you the larger slice and kept the smaller piece for myself. And he says, well, what are you complaining about? That's exactly what I did. Okay, okay, Will kept the big piece. So what does that mean? He was greedy. And she would have kept the small piece for her and given the big piece to him. And what does that show? She's nice. Respectful. Do we do those kinds of things? We have an abundance, and so we give some of our abundance to the food bank. We give some of our abundance in money to people that need it for other things. We give to our offerings go to Synod, which spreads it out even farther. So we keep a little for ourselves because we need some, pay bills and whatnot. But when we have some left over, or even taken some from the beginning, which is what tithing is, taking off the top, not off the bottom, and we give it. So that's what we're supposed to do. So Jessica had the right idea. Will probably had the right idea too because he wanted to be a piece of pie, but that's not sharing, right? Okay. So we laugh at the story, but selfishness and greed are very serious. The story about the rich man, he had a large fertile farm, he had good crops, and he said to himself, I have such a large harvest, I gotta build newer, bigger barns. And so he did that. And then he said, I can eat, drink, and be merry. Stop. And what he said, and what God said, tomorrow your life is required of you. Who's going to get all that abundance? Maybe he had children, maybe he didn't. Somebody's going to get it, but it's not going to be. So, God is good. He has given us, most of us, more than we need. The question is, what do we do what God has given to us? Will we share it with those who have not as much? Or will we be greedy and keep it for ourselves? Remember the warning that Jesus gave to the listeners. Watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Now, since you guys were really great and having just money, right? You can have another one. And you can also have Cheerios if you want the Cheerios. Do you want Cheerios? You're good with crackers? Want Cheerios, right? I think there's some vitamins in there too, in case you need a little sweet. Thank you. You're welcome.